have already started solving the quadratic equation in the part of equation, and I will move with more variety of quadratic equation. Few of them I have already shown. Now I will show you few new kind. Okay, so the next one is omega square or w square, you can say w square minus 10 w plus 2 plus w minus 4 is equal to w minus 3. This sums I am showing or solving for you to get more practice. I am showing maybe the problems may be of similar kind, but still I am showing so that you will get some sense of practice. So in the same way, you have to go through wherever it is possible, or any reference book, your textbook, you go on practice. There is no harm in practicing the same sum again, 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 without consulting the solution. Try your own, and you will be more comfortable solving this kind of problem then. So practice is the only one, you can say, the tool to give a precise finish to any exam or any sum. So you need to practice more so that every time you will get some hindrance, and you can overcome that, and you will get more confidence on your problem solving skill. So I will take it to the other side. Now anything you can see which is of same dimension or same value, if it is added to the either side of an equation, it won't change its figure, or you can say the values. So when I'm saying x is equal to y, so that means adding 2 on the both sides, it won't change the equation. It would give you the same value for x and y, the variables. So if even it is added with some other variable, both sides are equal dimension, then also due to the adding of this, it won't change the value of x and y. Okay, unless and until if y is a function of x and z is also a function of x, there could be possibilities by adding, but still even if something is added equally, so that will impact the equation equally. So ultimately equation won't change, even if it is the function of x and the function of y and that. So need not to worry. If I adding something to equation won't change, so deleting something from the equation won't change also. So only I will work with the constant here. I will bring this part to this side, because this is in form of p by q, something, an integer. Okay, so I will not work with this from the first step. Rather I have to simplify the equation, and this is nothing but 1. So now my equation will be further very easy, because this I will multiply it with 1, I will get this. Now you see this huge expression is coming to a simplified form, and that is very easy to solve. If I, as per the equation, I will bring all the term in one side and try to factorize that. Although I am not covered the subject factorize, that is a different subject altogether. That is a part which I will work with only with the expression one side. I will not equalize with something. Only if this part is there, I will practice a quadratic expression or a polynomial expression. I can fetch the factors of that for which the expression will true. The factors are those by which the expression or the number which is given is divided perfectly. So if it is divided perfectly, then the part will call a factor. So just like the numericals, if 12, if I factor, it will be 2 into 2 into 3. So that means 2 can divide 12 perfectly. So that is a 2 is a factor. 3 can divide 12 perfectly. So in expressions also this is also true. If some expression makes, let's say 5x plus c, there are two factors x minus 2, then this will divide this perfectly, this also will divide this perfectly. So these and these are the factors. So this is the concept of factor that I will show you in the later videos consecutively. So keep on watching because that has to be discussed when you are doing this kind of solution. So that needs some skill set. So now what I will do, the concept will be same for factorizations also, there will be no change. But for in case of the polynomial more than 2, it will be very difficult to factorize. So that needs some extra skill apart from this kind of skill. So now 12 into 1 is equal to 12. So 12 can be a factor of 12 into 1, 4 into 3, 6 into 2. So these are the possibilities. Every time I have to keep it in pair, not that all prime factors have to write. I have to bring two factors by multiplying those, I will get the number itself. So these are the possibilities. Now see, there is a 1 in a coefficient from the middle term. So if I want to get 1, I will choose this one only. So this can be written 4 minus 3 also will give 1. So that will not change the equation. Now omega square minus 4 omega plus 3 omega minus 12. I will rub this part, it's not needed, already explained. This becomes this one. So if I take this one there, or from first two term I will take omega common. So the omega minus 4 will be there, and the last two terms I will take 2 or 3 common, so that the factor I can equalize, that is my target. So from after that 2 into 2 terms, omega minus 4 or w minus 4, what you will say, will be equal. So that will take common, and w plus 3 equal to 0. So you can see these are the factors of that equation. So the values will be, it can be equal to 0, either can be 0 or both can be 0. So in both case you can find omega value is 4 and minus 3. So 4 and minus 3 are the solution for this equation. Now if we keep this in the equation and put the values, whatever the value will get in the left hand side will be equal to right hand side. And if you eliminate this and take the left hand side this without this and right hand side without this, then also by putting any of these factors you will get left hand side equal to right hand side. Okay, so if equal terms are there on the both side, you can eliminate it anyway. Okay, you don't need any condition for that. Okay, so this is moving to the next. For z plus 1 plus 5 by z is equal to 6z plus 5 z square plus. By seeing this, you may get confused and start calculating, but if you see for a while and see the denominators each case, now this denominator is nothing but multiplication of z into z plus 1. That idea must come to your mind immediately by seeing this equation. So what would be the probable solution, so that I can get what and also if this is z and z plus 1, that means these two. So if that can be broken into two parts by use of these factors, so that will, I can adjust the similar denominator at one side and it will ease my calculation. How? I'll show that. So that needs some practice. It is not coming immediately to my mind because I practice so many sums similar to that. It automatically coming to my mind. It is the strength of the practice only. So I stress on practicing the problem, similar kind of problem every day, every time. There is no harm if you can able to solve several problem of your own of similar kind. That will build your confidence. Believe me. Okay, so don't live to solve more problem every day. So definitely you will add advantage to your confidence, I can say that. So I'm writing this. Now I will work on this further, not writing this part but concentrate on this how I'm doing that. So it is now if I write this further, 5z plus 5 plus z, so that will break the expression on the top without harming the value. 5z plus z is 6z and 5 I'm keeping. Why I'm doing that? Only can come from your experience and more practices. So 5 I can take common, z plus 1, here z only. So that now further I will divide it in two terms. 5 z plus 1 divided by the whole term plus z, then again z plus 1. Now I see the equation is slowly going to a very easy expression. Now z, this I can eliminate. Only thing is that z plus 1 cannot be equal to 0. So that means z cannot be equal to minus 1. If this is the case, then and z to it, for this case I will eliminate z. So z must not be equal to 0. So for only this condition, if I get z is equal to minus 1 or 0, I cannot eliminate these expressions. If 0, that means that 0 by 0 is imaginary, so z cannot be 0. If z is equal to minus 1 also, this is also 0 by 0, it won't give any value. So it cannot be. This should not be your solution for this expression. So this is to be written in your side as a your condition. And if removing this, we can say that z plus 1 should not be 0 and z is equal to 0. So now further 5 plus z and here 1 by z plus 1. Now see, there are two terms with a denominator z and z plus 1 is one term. Now you can see 5 by z and 5 by z is on the both sides. So I can eliminate this and writing this here. Then after eliminating, all the terms are same. So 4z by z plus 1 plus 5 by z this way. So these two terms I can cut. Only thing is that z is not equal to 0. That I have taken already the condition. Z should not be equal to 0. So this item. So the remaining term which will be here after solving up to this, four z plus by z plus 1. Here I will get 1 by z plus 1. Okay. Now see, as z plus 1 cannot be equal to 0, I have written. So this term I cannot cancel out. It's not equal to 0. Sorry, I can cancel out. Means z plus 1 I have taken not equal to 0. It cannot be a solution. So z plus 1, if I multiply it with 4z, there this side is only z plus 1. So z plus 1 4z this side, I will bring z plus 1 this side, minus z plus 1 equal to 0. Okay, now or z plus 1 taking common, 4z minus 1 is equal to 0. Now this could be the two solution for that expression, but now see z plus 1 cannot be, if I equal to 0, it contradicts z plus 1 because earlier equation I have removed z plus 1 as, because if z plus 1 is 0, that expression z on the both side numerator denominator will be 0 by 0 and means 0 by 0 is no meanings, means this expression having no meanings, is the imaginary value. Something divided by 0 doesn't have a meaning, imaginary. So as already the condition z plus 1 cannot be 0, so this solution it is not possible. Only value for z is equal to minus 1 equal to 0, so that means z is equal to 1 by 4 will be the solution. So your first condition is eliminating these factors from the solution list. Okay, so let me write the equation first so that I can tell you perfectly. If I put z is equal to minus 1, that means taking this expression, if I now for any value, this two left hand side and right hand side must be equal to same. Now as I've said, z plus 1 cannot be 0. If I take z plus 1 is equal to 0, what will happen to the equation? Something divided by 0. So that is an imaginary term, and this case if I take z is equal to 0, that also will be infinity, this also will give you infinity. Okay, so I cannot take z plus 1 is equal to 0, and if it is infinity, right hand side also putting 0 is equal to get infinity, but I cannot equalize infinity is equal to infinity. Infinity may not be defined, because maybe up to some infinite term they are called infinite. So infinite can be infinite 1, infinite 2, like that. I can to adding to infinite some term further. This is also an infinite. So infinite to infinite I cannot equalize, because infinite is not defined. Not defined up to what range it is infinite. Infinite means that I cannot able to reach. So that unable or unable of limiting something I cannot define. So equalizing left hand, here also I am getting infinite left hand side, putting z is equal to 0 or z plus 1 is equal to 0. So somebody may say that both the side it is coming infinity, but infinity as it is on non-defined, undefined, because value cannot be defined at the limit value, so I cannot equalize infinity to infinity and can say that equation is right. So for this equation, if I take the solution is z is equal to 0 or z plus 1 is equal to 0, I will not get any finite solution for any left hand side and right hand side. So z plus 1 cannot be 0, and that I have came to know when I am solving the equation. This time when I was solving, I solved it by bifurcating the term in the same way here. So this I have taken 5z plus 5 plus z, so that means z plus 1 here plus z, and then after this I have taken. So when I am dividing this into two terms, z plus 1 was there in the numerator denominator, I am eliminating this. I can eliminate any similar term from numerator and denominator if it is not equal to 0, then only. So if it is 0, I cannot eliminate. So similarly, this is z plus, this case also z and z will be eliminated, only thing it is not equal to 0 here, first case. So from there I can automatically bring the condition that z should not be equal to 0. And now in the final case, when I am getting z plus 1 and 4z plus 1 as a factor, their only possibilities of z value is this, because this is already eliminated, because that is helped me to solve the expression to a simpler form. And if it is 0, I won't get a finite value. So from that, it is a typical kind of problem. Condition is not given, but if I don't take the condition, I cannot solve the problem. So that's why from there itself the condition has derived, and that has to be satisfied for final case also. So my only one solution will be z is equal to, although it is a seems to be a quadratic equation, but the solution I am getting, because for other solution the solution is an infinite solution, so that doesn't mean anything for this expression. Okay. Coming to next, this is a equation with radicals. Equation, this is also can be converted into quadratic equation. That's why I'm showing it with radicals. The radicals, you know, the terms which cannot be perfectly squared up, means cannot make a square root of a term, then it is a form in a radicals, means something under root, maybe cube root or any root. So these terms are called radicals. So similar kind of problem I am expressing. This is a equation. Now see, the power of x, highest power of x, somebody can say it is 1. So how could it be a quadratic equation? But see, this x under the root having power of half. So if I equalize the power, the lowest power is x to the power half. With respect to this is double the power. So if I bring it to, if I free it from the radical sign, then I have to do square of both sides. So doing that, you will get the x higher power of x is 2. So that way, that will change to a quadratic equation. Now solving this and this together will give you 12. At 12, you know, the factors are coming 6 into 2, 12 into 1, 4 into 3. Now the coefficient is 1, so this is the only possibilities. So how will I do that? 4x square minus 1 will be divided, 4 minus 1, that is the only possibilities, minus 3. So don't worry about the sign and all that, only you keep the things inside bracket, then automatically that will be adjusted. The coefficient you take as positive, and the term with the you can say the permutation or a combination of the numbers, you will get this number. So further, if you remove the bracket, it automatically will take care of the signature. You need not to think twice for that. Now for the 4x, I will take common x minus 1 here, plus 3 I will take common x minus 1 here, to 0. Now further to that, x minus 1 is the factor in between 2, so that I will take common. So the remaining is 4x plus 3 is equal to 0. So this both can be equal to 0. So from that, x is equal to 1 is one solution, and other one is x is equal to minus 3 by 4. So these are the solution for this radical equation. I will say another problem of such case. 1 plus under root 1 minus x is equal to under root 2 plus 4. Now in this case also you can say both the variables under root. So that means the highest power should be, if I even remove the bracket, radical sign, it will be 1 then, because the x highest power both cases are left, but there is added with a 1. Now if we try to remove all the root signs, so that will convert till the x coefficient x power is becomes 2. How it will do? See it. Yes, I will do square of both side. 1 plus, if I do square both side, so it will become 1 square plus this square, that means 1 minus x, plus 2 into this and this equal to 1 minus x, equal to this square means 2x plus 4. Okay, or what I will get, 2 minus x plus 2, 1 minus x is equal to 2x plus 4. Or if I bring all the terms without the root sign and on the other side, so this will become 3x plus 2. Or now further I will do square of this to finally free from this root, so it will become 1 minus x, 9x square, 3 to the 6 to the 4, 3 to the 6 into 2 and 4. So 4 minus 4x is equal to 9x square plus 12x plus 4, or 9x square. I am just arranging the terms in one side, so 4 will be there, that will be 16x, and after going there I will again keeping it on the left side. That step I done, means I've jumped the step, but you practice accordingly. The 4x I have taken this side, so it will be 16x, 4 will be there, the 4 will be cancelled out, the ultimate equation will be 9x square. Now so 9x square plus 16x is equal to 0. Taking x common, it will be 9x plus 16 equal to 0. So both either can be 0. So x is equal to 0 is one solution. Other one is x is equal to, by equalizing this equal to 0, I will get it is minus 16 by 9. So these are the two solutions for this. Okay. Moving to another kind of problem. This time it is not with the radicals. It is equation reducible. It is saying equation reducible to quadratic form. To quadratic form. So this comes 6x to the power 6 minus 9x cube plus 8. This is an equation, while nowhere you can see that the highest power of x is 2. So this definitely you can say it is not a quadratic equation. But the other terms, it is just multiple of the power multiple of 2 will get the first terms. So in other terms, so you can say the x to the power 0, if it is here, and then after x cube, then after x6. So these are the terms which are related in multiple. So this is constant. I will not take this. X to the power 6 by x to the power 3 is nothing but x. This is x cube. That means I can say x cube whole square by x cube, isn't it? So this upper term is twice of this. So if I take it as a single term, x cube is equal to a. So I can say the other term x to the 6 is equal to a square. Now it will turn into a quadratic equation assuming x to the 3 is equal to another variable a, or you can say it is y. So this equation will become y square 9y plus 8 is equal to 0. Now see, this term is converted into quadratic equation. Now it is very easy to solve. So what is that? 8 means 8 into 1 is will get you 9. 8 plus 1 will give you 9, because 8 into 1 8. So that has to be brought into a form where 9 is possible to come. 4 into 2, this is the only two factors. So 8 and 1 combination will give you 9. Sorry. So this way minus y plus 8 is equal to 0, and y I have take common, minus 1, y minus 8 is equal to 0. So the two factors are 8, y minus 8 and y minus 1 is equal to 0. So either can be equal to 0. Okay, so either if it is 0, so y is equal to 8. So is this the final form of the solution? No, because y have taken x cube, so this must be replaced with the original one, x cube. So x will become cube root of that is equal to 2. Other way, the other one is y is equal to 1. So that means also x cube is equal to 1. If I do root of 1, cube root of 1, it will give you 1 only. So your true solution is this one. So first you have to bring it into quadratic form, then after you have to solve. So let's try to solve another problem of this kind. Let it be very tricky, or two more problem I will solve, because it is having some variety to solve. X to the power 2 by 3 plus 21 to the x to the power 1 by 3, 27. So what I have to take? X, the lowest power I will take equivalent to some other variable with a power of 1. That will solve the purpose every time. So it will be y4 square 21y plus 27. That will move the equation like that. Or I am just showing the possible form of that. I will not solving this equation. Rather, I am letting you to solve the problems. I am just converting which way it can be converted. So this is one kind. Another problem, another kind is if it is x to the power minus 4 and x to minus 2 minus 18 if it is a 0. This case also, the thing is that you have to take the lowest power of the variable equivalent to y. But if this case, if we take x to the minus 2 is equal to y, so what would be the x to the power? This will be a little means you have to take means perfectly why I am saying, but this is a minus n is coming. So if you take only the x square, so the equation can be turned into something in fraction. So better to choose x to the power minus 2, and if I give you my suggestion, always look at the second term and take this as a variable with power 1. So that automatically will solve your problem, and it will turn the equation into something perfectly into a quadratic equation. Okay, so then after, once you will get the factors done, and the value of y will get, replace it with that, and accordingly you will get the value. So this is one kind. Another kind, I am not solving the equation because after that the steps are very easy. Only thing is the first step you have to be very cautious, otherwise you might go into trouble and solving a bigger equation. So in this case also, if I say 1 by x, I will take y, then it is good. Otherwise, if I take y, x is equal to y, it will not change my equation, rather it will not solve my equation. So I will take x is equal to 1 by x. So this will turn the equation as 17y plus 21 is equal to 0. Now if I solve it, 20 into 2, 42. 42 is 21 into 2 as it is, but it will not give you 17. So what else? 14 into 3, that may give you the, or 16 into 7. 16 into 7 is 13. 14 plus 3 is 17. So it will solve your problem. It is 14 plus 3y plus 21 is equal to 0. So 2y square plus 14y plus 3y plus 21 is equal to 0. Now this equation becomes 2y. If I take common from first two terms, y plus 7 and 3 from the next two, plus 7 is equal to 0. So y plus 7 is one factor, 2y plus 3 is another factor. So from there y is equal to minus 7, but I have taken y is equal to 1 by x. So minus 7, so x is equal to minus 1 by 7. Give you one equation, solution. Plus 3 is equal to 0. From that minus 3 by 2. So 1 by x is equal to minus 3 by 2, or x is equal to minus 2 by 3. So this is one solution. This is one solution. So this way I have to move the problem to a simpler form, and then after, by applying the same property of quadratic equation, you can get the solution. Now the last, also one more problem. So in this case I will take 1 by root x is equal to y. If 1 by root x is equal to y, then 1 by x is equal to definitely y square. So the first term will be y square minus 11y plus 18. So this is your first, the ultimate expression. So if I take it, y square minus 11y plus 18 is equal to 0. Now 18 is equal to 9 into 2. So you will be faster if you practice more at home, repeatedly and daily. So if you don't stop practicing more problem at home, this kind of video is available everywhere in the internet, what I am showing, but the first and foremost is that you have to do your own. Then only your confidence will build up. By seeing such videos may help you to solve critical problems, but your practice will give you more strength. So from there, y I have taken 1 by root x 9. So from there x is equal to 9 square, that means 81. This will be reversed. X is equal to 1 by 81. This is one solution, and the second one, y is equal to 2. That means 1 by root x is equal to 2. X is equal to 1 by 4. Okay, so these are the kind of the problem that may come in different form. Okay, or else if you find any further thing, you can consult me over chat box or from in the message box. So let me show you some more problem, more you can say the critical problems that need some more understanding on this subject. Now if it is going in a higher terms, it is always not true that you will multiply these and try to factorize that. Rather, if you see the things, 130, 139, 169 means 13 square definitely. Now 2 into 13, and this is nothing but 7 square. Now see, by this term, whether I am getting this term or not, If it is so, then accordingly I have to array the terms, because 13x will come here, so 13x must be associated together for this term. So 13 into 7, it is 91, into 2 182, so that is matching the terms. So I will break it 2 into 13x into 7 like that, and 7 square. Now it is turning into a whole square. So for this case, the both factors are same, so x is equal to 7 by 13. So don't get panic by seeing the expression and directly start calculating. Rather see the terms very carefully, you will get the solution easily. Another is 9x square plus 151 is equal to 0. So you can see the both terms are positive. So if I try to take out this term on the right hand side, now see, any square cannot be negative, then the solution which we will get, it is an imaginary solution. This is a part of some mathematics, but for a case where I am taking care with a natural number and real number, this kind of problem is not having a real solution. Rather, this could be termed as a imaginary value. So this is also represented by I. Root over minus 1, if I get somewhere, it is nothing but equal to I. That means I square is equal to minus 1. So in this case, 151 and minus 1 can be termed as I square. Okay, so this thing is square. So if I do square root, so this will be 3x equal to I and square root of 151. So x is equal to I by 3 and square root of 151. So this will be your solution for this case. This is not a real solution, it is an unreal solution. Now I will solve some descriptive problem on your quadratic equation, and that will be the end of the this equation solving problem. So it says, the first descriptive problem, the width of a rectangle is 1 meter. 1 meter less than twice the length. If the area of the rectangle, is 100 meters square, what are the dimensions of the rectangle? So it says, if the rectangle, there are two pair of parallel sides. This is one parallel to this parallel to this, and there is this shorter side are called the width. I name it W, and the longer side is length. So this is also W, this is also L. So the width of the rectangle is 1 meter less than the twice the. So there is a length, there is W. How it is related? The width of the rectangle is 1 meter less, so 1 meter less than the twice of the length. So this will be the equation. Now width is equal to 2l minus 1. The rectangle 1 meter less than the twice of the length. So if I take length square, then after I will deduct 1, I will get width. So this is your first equation. And the area. Area, you know, this is an empirical formula. Area is nothing but W into L. That is an universal and empirical formula for calculating area of a rectangle. So if the area of the rectangle is 100 meter square, what is the? This is said as 100 meter square. So this is also another equation. Now see, if two linear term multiplied together, it convert into a if power will be added, so it is a term of power of 2, 1 plus 1. So it is not a linear equation. You cannot consider as a linear equation when the powers are added by when it is multiplied. So power should be added, the maximum power will get 2. So it is a quadratic equation. So now from this 2 you can solve the value by eliminating. So if I eliminate W here, the W is 2l minus 1, so L is become 2l minus 1 is equal to 100. So if I break this equation, this will come 2l square minus L, 100 will be this side, equal to 0. So 2l square minus this will become 2 into 100 is equal to 200. So how will I get L1 here? 200 can be multiplied into how 200 is 100 into 2 can be there, 50 into 4 can be there, 25 into 8 can be there, and what else? 5 5 ja 5 4 ja. So this is, now if I reduce it further, no, it is L, no, it cannot be reduced. So what it is coming, I am not getting. So without thinking, use the standard formula or getting the value. L is minus B plus minus B square minus 4 AC. 4 means 4 into 2 8, 800 by 2 into 2. So that means the area of the rectangle is 100. That time is not the rectangle, yes. So this is 1 plus minus under root of 801 by 4. 800 cannot be square perfectly. So this would be some solution which is less than the twice of the length. Okay. So 801 cannot be 2 to the 4, 401, 4. If I take 9, 9 9 is 81, 8, 9. 8, 8 8 is 64, 4, 3, then 4, the 7, 1, 17.00, 96, 2 cross 1, so 28.1 around. So 1 plus minus 28.1 around it will come. It will not a perfect root. So if I take minus, the value will be negative. So that value of any rectangle has to be positive. Length and width has to be positive. So minus cannot be taken. So the value will become 28.1 plus by 4. So it will be ultimately 29.1 by 4. It will come around 4.275. So this will be your solution for L, and from there W can be achieved because W is equal to 2L minus 1, that is equal to twice of this length 7, 14, 14 minus 1. Okay, so the value we will get, but in this case with this coming more, so I think the sum anyhow it has given some wrong values here. The width of the rectangle is 1 meter less than the twice the length. So anyhow, whatever value is coming, it is coming 8 2 into 7275 minus 1. It is all almost around 15. Minus 1 is equal to 14. This is 14. This is 7. Almost this way the value is coming. But the solution is this way you can solve the problem. Okay. Taking another example. Going to the second problem, third problem basically, the descriptive is second. So it says two people can paint a house in 14 hours working individually. One of the people takes 2 hours more than the other. So, how long individually they can paint the house? Okay, so this is our task. So I'll start with that. One person is slow, let's say P1 slow. The rate of doing work is W1. He is slow. Okay, that has to be clearly taken, otherwise that will cause confusion during establish the equation. And P2 is the rate of W2 is doing is fast. So anyhow, for first case I am taking the total job is 1. It is a complete one job. So the for first case the complete job by the rate of doing work is very simple. It is time. Work done by the rate is equal to the time. This is first equation. And the second equation, if I am taking P2 is slow fast, then time taken by P2 is less. So time taken by P1 is more. The time I am getting the total work by W1. W1 as is slow, it will take more time. That deducted by the W2 is fast, so their time, so it will be higher value, it will be lower value. The difference is 2. Now I have to solve this equation to get W1 and W2 the rate of their work. So anyway you can do. So you can understand W1 W2 is equal to 1 upon 14. I am reversing this first equation, and the second equation I try to bring or to eliminate one of these two. So this is W1. So W1 is equal to nothing but the reverse of that. I am just doing the reciprocal. So if I add it, it is 2W1 plus 2 on the numerator, W2, so it will be reverse. So W2 will go high. So 2W2 plus 1. So this will be the value of W1. Now if I put it on the first equation, so it become what I am getting, W1 is equal to 2 W2 upon 2W2 plus 1. Yes. So I am just putting the value here, W2 by 2W2 plus 1 plus W2 is equal to 1 by 14. Now if I do calculate, W2 plus 2W2 square plus W2 upon 2W2 plus 1 is equal to 1 upon 14. So So by cross multiplication I will get, or W2 will be 2W2, W2 square 2W2, yes, W2. So 2W2 square plus 2W2 into 14, and this side 2W2 plus 1. It was there in denominator. So ultimately it will be 28 W2 square plus 28 W2, and if I bring it this side, this will become 26 W2 minus 1 is equal to 0. So this will not again give a perfect integer of solution, because this is 28. So let me use the formula directly: minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac, that means plus 4 into 28 upon 2 into 28. So 4 into 28, 28 by 4, that is equal to 32, 3, 4 to the 8, 8 is 112, 112 and 26 square, that means 26 is the 36, 3 is 12, 15, 20 is 52. So that means it gives 6, 7, 6 here, plus 1, 1, 2, 8, 8, 7. So this gives minus 26 plus minus 788 by 56. So minus, if I take, because this value is more than 26, so I have to take plus only to get W positive, because W cannot be negative, W positive. So 788, if we calculate, is not a perfect square root. So if I even try to calculate it, I'll get some nearest decimal value. 2 to the 4, 388 to the 4, that means 6, 7 up to I can take 8, 8 can be taken, 8, 8, 64, 6, 38, 4. So that means point, if I take 0, 0, 28, 56, no, it will be 0. So approximate 28 I can take, 26 plus plus I have to take 28 by 56. So that means 2 by 56, that means 1 by 28. So W2 is 1 by 28. So W1 will be your 2 will be 1 by W1 is equal to 2 plus 1 by W2. So 2 plus 1 by W2, 28, 30. So W1 is equal to 1 by 30. So this will be the rate. So our the time will take for P1, person 1. So that will be 1 upon the rate of work W1. So 1 by 30. So that means 30 hours it will take. I have taken it slow. P2, 1 upon 1 by 28. That means equal to 28 hours. Okay. So this is your answer for this question. So thank you for now. This was the last sum to be discussed that I have discussed. In further class, I will move into some more interesting subject that may be on the physics may be there. So I will discontinue mathematics solution for some time, or theory some time. I'll move into the physics. Then after, if other this completes, then I'll move into maths. This way it will go both way, means maths, physics, and any other interesting subjects. Chemistry has to be discussed, that I'll also discuss. Thank you.